this morning. Click the screen. DSP sounded.
Snort, snort, snort.
Go get drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
I received a $4.90 tip. Here you go. Someone has made a suggestion. You guys ready for the suggestion? So this is an anonymous $4.90 tipper, first off. Okay. So that makes it the top tip of the day. Here is what they're suggesting. I'm curious how everyone's going to react to this. I'm going to just read this right now. Okay. So everyone listen up on everywhere. Everyone watching me on my stream on YouTube. Everyone watching me on my stream on Kick. And get this. This is actually a message to the people who are now watching me live restreamed as well. Yes, I'm serious. This is a message to everyone from this tipper. Are you ready? Here we go. Since potentially thousands of people are currently watching you on restreams, would you consider doing a segment that says the following? You like to watch me on other channels, but since I'm creating the content that you watch and obviously you enjoy it, consider supporting me anonymously. I understand that you can't use your real name and you can't actually use your identity because in your circles people will probably make fun of you. But if you legitimately like watching me, even for malicious purposes of making fun of me on a restreamer, please still support my content anonymously. Now here's the deal. I actually believe that some people do this already, okay? I would guess that a lot of these people who do these anonymous tips, or some of these people who do these tips, say this disgusting name or say this stupid thing. I bet that that's those people. I wouldn't even be shocked at all to hear that it's those people, right? We get tons of anonymous contributions. We get anonymous subs. We get anonymous tips, right? All the time. But very much so, I think those who even restream me would admit, even if you don't like me, you can admit, I don't sit here shilling crap products to my audience and try to get them to buy garbage because I respect them more than that. I would much rather sit here and ask directly for contributions and crowdfunding than say, hey, buy a fucking shitty razor or buy overpriced cookies or, buy this stupid jersey or do a food subscription plan. And because of that, I would hope that people understand that and would possibly come by and say, even though necessarily I don't love Phil at all moments, there are times when I like his content and certainly I like laughing at him with the community. So I want that to continue, so I'm going to support it. And then they would every once in a while become a member or do an anonymous tip or give some subs on Kit, right? Yeah, but here's the thing. Do I necessarily need to go ahead and do that? Think about it. Do I really need to ask out specifically to that audience, hey, please contribute? I think those people who genuinely like the content know who they are, and they're going to come by eventually and maybe do that if they're ever going to. I don't think that my asking for that is actually going to help anything. I don't think that wow, I've had a mind-blowing idea. Phil has asked me, someone watching a restream, to contribute, and now because he did, I'm going to go contribute now. I don't think that's going to happen. Here, you ready? We'll give it a shot. This message is directly to everyone watching me on a restream. I know that you probably don't love me, but you probably get some value in watching my content, whether it's ripping it apart or making fun of me or whatever it is. Please understand that your support allows it to continue. Whether it's for good or bad reasons, whether you actually enjoy it for good reasons or you like making fun of me, the support still keeps it rolling. So please come by right now and support my content with an anonymous tip, or how about this, some subs on Kick, because we have absolutely nothing on Kick this morning. There are a bunch of bums and schlubs over there and they're not supporting the content. So maybe you can pick up the slack for that. There you go. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Will tons of fun start rolling in this very moment? Let's find out. I received a $5 tip. Thank you. Who is this? So this person says, to clarify, restreamers pulled numbers and are active watching everything you're live. And I've seen them gift subs, gift money to the host and so on. Many just chill and actually respond to your opinions on games and events. Most are negative assholes. Some seem to enjoy the community. You enable them to have that because they're piggybacking on you. So as social beings, it's reasonable, in my opinion, to direct their attention every now and then the reality that you enable them, the community they so desire and enjoy off of the mother channel, of course. Here's the thing though, alright? So thanks for the $5 tip, I appreciate that. You are right, and what you're saying is very reasonable. Okay, and very smart actually and intelligent. Like if you're watching someone make fun of someone, even if you don't like the person, understand that that person must be supported, because if they're not, they will not continue to make the content that you like to make fun of. So you should every once in a while support it regardless, right? So there you go. But the thing is, what you're saying is intelligent. And I hate to say it, a lot of people who watch something just to crap on it are not intelligent people. Intelligent people are people who have lives, have constructive, positive things going on for themselves, and, families, relationships, jobs and careers, hobbies. They don't have time to just sit around and dump on people 24/7. The people who have time to do that are miserable wretches. That's the truth, is that this entire online culture of people who hate watch, the reason they hate watch is because they don't have a good life for themselves. If they did, they wouldn't have to spend time hating on others' lives. So they really don't have that rational level of thought in their heads to say, oh yeah, well, it's common sense to think, I like making fun of Phil. Phil needs support to stay in business. Let me support his business so we can make fun of him more, right? Here's a perfect example. For years, there was this silly meme about me doing push-ups, okay? 2 weeks ago on Smart Guys, PPP and I set this up that I was going to do push-ups, but people even support it. You've wanted to see me do push-ups and make fun of me doing push-ups for how many years? Okay, here's the truth. For me, it's no big deal. I don't care. I don't care if I can get on this floor and do 20 push-ups or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even factor into me or my life. If I could do them, great. If I can't, it doesn't matter. I can still do my work. I can still have a fun life. I don't care if I could do push-ups. Only my detractors care. So we said, hey, let's hit our goal for today and Phil will do the push-ups. Guess what didn't happen? We didn't hit any contributions at all for it. Now that's the content they claim they want. Right? They've claimed for how many years we want the push-ups, because we want to make fun of Phil doing push-ups. But then when it's time to put the money where the mouth is, 0 is received. So this is the point. It's not that these people, these hate watchers, right? The reason that they hate watch is to feel better about themselves because they're miserable wretches and embarrassments to humanity. That's not me actually insulting them. That's me being truthful. People don't watch people to make fun of them unless they have something bad going on in their own life they need to feel better about. People who are busy with positive things don't have time to dump on others 24/7. So, in that regard, that's why they're not going to pay to see what they want, because then if you pay, you feel like, oh no, I just improved the life of the person who I'm trying to bring down. You kind of see what I'm saying here. They need to degrade someone to feel better about themselves. So if they supported that person, it would feel like they're improving the person they're trying to degrade. At least that's my take, right? Maybe I'm wrong. But the funny part is, some people actually do come by after some time and be like, Phil, out of all that hate watching and all the crap, I'm sorry for it. And I just want to let you know, I'm moving forward positively. Either I'm not going to watch you at all anymore, or I've actually started watching you positively on your own raw content and I've become a fan. I'm not watching the regurgitation, the restreamer, the hater. I'm actually coming by and becoming a viewer of yours now that's going to hang out and support you. That's happened. I get those kind of messages quite frequently. I'd say probably a couple times a month. I'll get someone who reaches out to me via private means and says, just so you know, I used to be one of these really dedicated haters, but now I've seen the error of my ways. I think that it's stupid, and I'm going to move forward, positively. Well, right. Cracker Jacks is kind of like a bully in school. Exactly. Remember I told you the story? When I was in high school, I was bullied by this guy. All right. And then years later, I think I was either in my late years of going to university, whatever. I was in my early 20s. The guy actually reached out to me online and personally apologized to me for being a bully in high school. And I was like, just so you know, I appreciate it, but you didn't have to because I don't really care. It didn't really bother me. You know what I mean? But that was nice. But that's what I mean. These people are essentially anonymous bullies. And the reason they do it is because they need to feel better about themselves because they're miserable wretches. So in a way, you gotta feel bad for those people because imagine if your whole life was just dumping on someone that's all you date all day. Like, what constructive thing? That's your life you're wasting. Do you understand that? Like, you're literally wasting your entire life away. And one day you're gonna die. And you're gonna say, oh shit, I spent years of my life sitting around with a community of nut jobs, dumping on someone on the internet, when I could have done things for myself that would have improved my own life situation. Instead of living in a shitty small place in squalor, I could have went out and I could have got a job. I could have worked my ass off. I could have had a relationship with a significant other. I could have made amends with my friends and family members and went out and had a good time. But instead, I was at home watching other people make fun of Dark Side Phil. Who's the real loser in this situation? The guy who's living large, having a great life, enjoying his content, enjoying his time with his viewers, and making bank doing it, and just, having positivity and fun, or the person who's on the other end of it, who all you can do is try to bring me down and fail every single day. And then your life is going to be the one that's squandered, not mine. I'm enjoying my life. Every day that I'm on the stream, I'm having a great time. Obviously not you. So, I mean, again, it's all about kind of like self-awareness. People who are self-aware, you get to that certain age or that certain level of maturity in your life, and you realize some certain things, right? You know what it really is? If you get to a certain age, here's the truth. All right, here's some real talk from Phil Burnell, not Dark Side Phil, but here's some real talk from Phil Burnell right now. At one point in your life, you're going to get old enough where people around you, sadly, are going to start to get sick and pass away. It happened to me probably around the early 2010s when some of my family members started to get ill with cancer and things like that and pass away. And when that happened, all of a sudden, reality smacked me right in the face. I'm not invincible. I'm not immortal. I'm going to get older. I'm going to die. I have limited time on this planet, and I need to start making the best of it, instead of just saying, fuck it all, it's all meaningless, and squandering it all. And when that happened, okay, things changed for me. I started to realize it's time to stop being a negative, toxic jerk, and instead trying to spread positivity amongst the people who I have interactions with. I changed my attitude in the Street Fighter community and started becoming a positive tournament organizer. I stopped being a toxic jerk who crapped on every piece of gameplay I ever did, but instead wanted to make positive, fun, interactive streams with my viewing audience. And this happens as you get older, but I feel like there are some people who never get that moment of self-awareness and awakening when they feel the human condition for the first time. Some people never get it, because they're living in this isolated bubble where they actually think that like there's fucking a special snowflake, and you know what I mean? Oh, I'm never gonna die. Nothing's ever gonna happen. I could sit here for endless hours. I could sit here people around me. Instead, what I did is I just brought people down. I hated on people. I crapped on people. I think there was a blip in my internet. I should be okay. I'll wait a second. People are saying it's buffering. I should be back. It looked like there was a tiny blip in my internet. It went zoop and came right back. Are we back now? Okay, good. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. It just went zoop and right back. My internet went like red, green, just like that. So anyway, that's it. Anyway, I think, that's it. I think you need to reach that level. I think what happens is it'll happen to everyone. Like everyone's going to get to that point in their life. For me, it was about Well, the first realization I had was in my late 20s, alright, when I realized that when I stopped trolling in the Street Fighter community and instead tried to do positive things like run tournaments and stuff, that I was feeling much better about myself and everyone liked me as opposed to previous to then everyone hated my guts and wanted to beat my ass. And I was like, oh yeah. I mean, conversation, rather than it just being about me making content and talking about games, it became about us having the social experience. And when we started doing that, I had this big realization that instead of just being a negative jerk all day, every day, I wanted to spread positivity and I wanted to make an impact on people that mattered. And so I changed my content for the better. I changed my commentary. I changed my style of playing games, right? Everything changed. Take a look. When I became a full-time streamer in 2017, how different my content became moving forward after that, since compared to before that. And you know, a lot of people will say, well, everything before that was the golden era. I get that. That was my formative years when I was at my biggest popularity. But I like who I am and what I do today way more than what I did back then. And I would never want to go back to that. All right. So I feel like these people who hate watch right now, they're at a time in their lives when they're miserable. They're probably younger. They probably don't understand that what they're doing is harmful, not only to me and my community, but harmful to their own selves. Right? They're actually wasting their own time on this planet when they could be doing positive, fun things. They could be part of a positive community where everyone hangs out and supports each other and they actually contribute to the streams. And then I'm able to upgrade my setup and do more stuff and buy more games and do new things. As opposed to I shit on someone else's stream who illegally steals his content and is actively trying to take away views and money. Guys, listen to me. If there was no illegal restreaming, I would have over 1,000 viewers on my stream right now. Know that, right? Every stream. Kick would probably have hundreds. YouTube would have thousands. And think, if I had that level of views and support, instead of that level of people who just clowned on me all day, what we could do, we could have reach, we could actually have impact, we could have videos that people cared about and people would listen to, you know, it would be a very different thing. And I used to have that power until the internet turned me into a negative meme for a decade. And it's sad that these people can't bust out of that trap, that prison, that mold that they're stuck in, to realize that if they just looked big picture and understood the human condition, they would realize what a waste they are to this planet, because none of them sitting there doing that are helping anyone. They could be helping themselves and others, but instead it's just waste, waste, waste. It's sad. And again, I've been there. I've absolutely positively been there. So anyway, yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, it's funny because you take a look at like a show like Smart Guys, right? Where we are actively trying to do fun segments and fun things with the content that people would want to see, but you notice that there's no support for it because these people are so ingrained and brainwashed to think I have to watch this content on a illegal restreamer and not support Phil, even though supporting Phil would actually keep the content coming that they want. They don't get that because they've been brainwashed because people manipulate them. People like these restreamers literally are manipulating their audiences on a daily basis to be a cult-like mentality of hate towards me so that their gravy train keeps coming in. You notice they're all monetized. You notice they all accept contributions. They're not doing it because they feel like this is a true crusade or good thing that they're doing. They're doing it for the money. That's why, you know what I mean? That's it. They're drifters. They're a bunch of schlubs. And one day the gravy train's gonna end. Whether it's via the law, whether it's via YouTube rules changing, whatever it's gonna be, it ain't gonna last forever. But they're gonna grift until then. So it's really sad that there are thousands of people out there that could be potential positive people in this community, but instead they're just sitting there in a cult that literally helps no one but the grifters. Okay. So Mulciber says, I'm one of those people. I met you through a mirror channel. Very toxic and vicious people there. I can understand that they don't like or they even hate you, but why hate and attack people that support you? They know nothing about those supporters. Some are even young people, and cheers. Those closeted fans out there who can't man up and admit to themselves that they actually enjoy one streamer or the other and must lie even to themselves. You will forever live at the shadow of what other people think of you. Wow. Ha ha. We're getting some insightful stuff. some insightful stuff on today's stream, man. That was well said. Well said. Mulciber, good one. And then we got a $5 tip here. So, let's see here. Okay, this is the same person who had made the suggestion about appealing to those heat watching on restreams. Okay, it's a $5 tip. And they said, I get where you're coming from. I thought you might appreciate the insight into other communities that revolve around you and actively watch you. And they have dedicated viewership. And I'd be sad to find out if 100% of them are haters, but like you said, probably at least a few percent of people are just hanging around because of you and their communities. Maybe that's because they can be unhinged, but actually appreciate and support even every month, so that's positive. Thank you, and have a nice stream. Yeah, like I said, I legitimately get contacted, alright, by people who say, I used to be a part of that community, and then I took a step back. Like a lot of them actually say things like, it took a friend or a family member who found out that I was a part of that community and watched a restream and literally said to me, what on earth are you doing with your life? This is like really messed up toxic stuff that you're participating in, and you've got to fix this because you're going down a really bad path in your life. I've had people outright say it's almost like an intervention, but now they've seen the error of their ways and they're sorry. And some people do eventually become actual active fans of viewers, and some are like, I've just decided to move on with my life, but I wanted to apologize. I appreciate that, I really do. But it's crazy. I mean, no lie, those communities are like cults. They've become 100% regurgitation. Here's what you do, right? Go to one of those restreams and watch whenever a meme appears. I do something that is a negative meme and watch how literally every person on the stream becomes a fucking parrot or a sheep, and they're all repeating it, and it's like they're completely programmed to react in that way. It's fucked. It's legit fucked. Like, whoa, there is like 1,000 people on the stream and they're all crazy. They've all been programmed to react to that when it happens. Like, what on earth? Like, what is that? That's not normal human reaction and behavior. It's fucked. It's like you've been, programmed and sensitized to react that way to that thing. Even when the memes don't make sense. Because there's memes they've made about me that legit are not factually true about anything, but they have repeated them to the point where now it's like we must respond this way when we see or hear this thing. It's like I must respond to the stimuli because I'm programmed that way. Even though it doesn't make sense that you're doing it. Yeah. Did you ever see, like, the stories of people who've actually been programmed, brainwashed, and all of a sudden they'll react to something and they don't know why, because they were brainwashed to react to it? That's how these people are. But they don't get it. And they don't understand that the people who brainwashed them are profiting on them every single moment. They're getting ad revenue, they're doing super chats, they're throwing the money. It's a cultish mental conditioning. They don't get it. Okay. Like I said, I think we're going to wrap it up now. I have an anonymous dollar tip. That's it. Just an anonymous dollar tip just came in. Whoever that was, thank you. No message attached to that one. Remember, if anyone today does want to tip me, maybe you're a newcomer, be sure to include a message and the name you want to be addressed by in the body of the tip when you send it. I don't see any of that information if you just send me the tip. So, for example, that dollar tipper may have wanted to send something but didn't know that, so please do that. All right. Guys, thank you. $72 of support. All right. I greatly appreciate that. So we're pretty much halfway to our goal. So we're going to end the show. We're going to swap over, and it's time for Dark Souls today. Please support the Dark Souls portion of this stream. Please, let's hit the goal today. Let's get to 93, and let's keep it moving so we can do this marathon on Friday. All right? Well, I want to do a fun marathon. I want to entertain you with a variety of games. I want to drink and be buzzed for you because you guys find it funny when I'm buzzed. I try to play games. Particularly, this marathon will be better when buzzed because it's a variety of stuff. It's not just me playing Mega Man. This sounds like different stuff, right? So, please support the stream. All right, if you can. Thank you for a great episode of the Level 1 podcast. All right, I will tough through my gameplay portion of the stream with this neck pain. It is really back and neck pain, but it hurts, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much. I hope that you enjoyed the show.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Into a child. Viewers laughing, can't stand still. DSP zest brings a thrill.